Have you ever found yourself feeling lost, adrift in an endless space where your voice is swallowed by an unsettling silence? It's that feeling you get when you send a message to someone only to be met with chilling silence. Each word you type seems to fall into a void. No response, no reply. Seen, appears, and then disappears, leaving you alone with haunting questions. Did I do something wrong? Why is she ignoring me like this? The waves of emotion, from disappointment and disillusionment to anger and injustice, surround you, pulling you into the depths of pain. I completely understand that feeling. The feeling of being abandoned, being dismissed, as if you're playing a game where you're the only participant. It makes you doubt yourself, lose confidence, and feel small and insignificant. But remember, you don't deserve this. Sometimes silence isn't an answer. It just means you haven't yet found the right way to communicate. Let me help you change the situation. I will share messaging secrets and psychological tactics that will capture her attention, making it impossible for her not to respond. These aren't just empty words. These tips are derived from my own experiences and studies on human psychology, guaranteed to deliver surprising results. Are you ready to transform into a communication master, someone who can spark curiosity, excitement, and win her heart? Let's explore the art of attraction through texting, turning lifeless words into emotional bridges where you are the one leading the game. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming helpful videos. Let me be your companion on your journey to conquer love. First, hint at a mystery. Women have long been considered creatures with a natural curiosity, and this is not just a social stereotype, but also stems from their psychology and biological nature. When faced with something unclear, women tend to want to explore more, learn, and shed light on everything around them. The message of hint at a mystery taps directly into this psychology, creating an attraction that women cannot resist. This can be explained by the psychological development of women, relating to the concept of the unknown. The famous psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud once said that one of the greatest mysteries to him was understanding what women want. This doesn't just reflect the complexity of the female soul, but also shows that they are always drawn to mysteries, not just about themselves, but also about the people and things around them. When a man hints at something mysterious, women often feel curious and they are driven to learn more, much like reading an unfinished book or watching a movie with an open ending. Have you ever watched the famous movie Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen? When Elizabeth Bennet first meets Mr. Darcy, he is a mysterious man and seems hard to approach. It is Darcy's complexity and unpredictability that captivates Elizabeth and the audience. Darcy doesn't reveal his feelings entirely. Instead, he creates perplexing narratives and holds on to secrets only he knows. This stirs up a powerful curiosity in Elizabeth, leading her into Darcy's inner world. In Robert Greene's book, The Art of Seduction, the author discusses how mystery is one of the keys to creating seductive allure. Mystery is not just about holding back some personal information. It's also about how you tell your story, making the listener feel as though they are embarking on a journey with you as the guide. For women, this awakens their instinct to explore and understand more about the person in front of them, drawing them in because of the uncertainty and unpredictability of the story. Behavioral psychology also shows that evoking curiosity can be used to create attraction. Instead of readily offering information, let the other person ask and find out. This not only makes them feel as if they're discovering something new, but also makes them feel like they are part of the story, that they have a role in understanding you. The combination of holding back a little mystery and encouraging the woman to discover on her own is the key to creating an irresistible attraction. Therefore, hint at a mystery is not just a simple message. It's a profound psychological strategy. It taps into women's instinctual curiosity, evoking a compelling connection. Instead of laying everything bare, keep part of your story to yourself, a little mystery that makes the other person yearn to find out. Mystery is not about deception. It's about opening a door to a world that only those brave enough to step through can fully explore. Second, show genuine admiration. In love, women, like men, crave to be admired, appreciated, and seen as unique. Genuine admiration is the key to unlocking her heart, a remedy that stimulates positive emotions and fosters affection. In psychological research by Dr. John Gottman, a well-known marriage researcher in the United States, he discovered that the happiest and most sustainable relationships are those in which each individual feels respected and admired by the other. Women are often deeply moved when they receive admiration because it gives them the sense that their value is recognized. It's not admiration for appearance, but for ability. This is the kind of sincere admiration that women cannot resist. Psychology shows that everyone has the need to affirm their self-worth. When admired, women feel loved, respected, and valued. This strengthens their confidence and helps them feel happier and more secure in the relationship. However, admiration must come from sincerity and genuine feelings that you have for her. Don't just compliment her appearance, focus on her qualities and unique characteristics. For example, instead of saying, "You're so beautiful," try saying, "I admire your confidence and energy." Or instead of, "You cook really well," try saying, "I truly appreciate the care and dedication you put into preparing this meal." In literature, the image of a woman being admired appears frequently. In Lev Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, Levin has a deep love for Anna Karenina, admiring her beauty, intelligence, and noble demeanor. Or in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, Romeo falls in love with Juliet for her pure beauty, innocent soul, and courage. John Gottman's research, a leading expert on marriage and family, shows that happy couples often express admiration and appreciation for each other. They focus on each other's positive qualities, always encouraging and motivating each other in life. In reality, there are many beautiful love stories nurtured by sincere admiration. Take the love story of Barack and Michelle Obama, for example. They always publicly express admiration and pride in each other. Mr. Obama once shared that he admired his wife's intelligence, courage, and compassionate heart. However, showing admiration also requires tact and finesse. Don't be overly ostentatious or shallow. Let your compliments be natural and sincere. More importantly, turn words into action. Always support, help, and respect her in all circumstances. In combination with Stoic philosophy, genuine admiration is not just empty words, but a focus on the good qualities of the other person and appreciation for true values. When you truly admire someone, you see the best in them, and this helps you build a solid, healthy relationship. Genuine admiration isn't flattery or exaggerated actions. It's a true respect for the person and their efforts. When women feel admired for their intelligence, resilience, or creativity, they feel understood and valued. This creates a deep connection and helps build a more sincere and lasting relationship. Admiration is a mirror that reflects their value. And who doesn't want to see themselves shine in such a mirror? So, if you want to send a message that women cannot resist, show genuine admiration. Compliment them for what truly makes them special, what makes them different, and shine. That's how you not only make them feel happy, but also create a true connection, breaking down walls of doubt and self-defense. And when women feel they are genuinely admired, that's when they're ready to open their hearts and let you into their world. Third, promise something special. Women are inherently emotional beings. They crave romance, pleasant surprises, and sweet promises. A promise of something special, whether small or grand, has the power to awaken the deepest emotions in her heart, making her feel loved, cherished, and anticipated. In the hearts of women, the promise of something special is not simply a trivial expectation. It is an invitation to step into a romantic love story, like a flower blooming when spring arrives. Women often tend to form strong connections with anything that evokes a sense of being cherished and secure. A promise of something special skillfully taps into a woman's desire to be loved and protected. When a man promises a woman that he will give her something special in the future, it not only makes her feel important, but also creates a powerful emotional drive. Women will often ask themselves, what will that special thing be? And it is this curiosity that keeps their hearts fluttering, waiting, and longing. That's the art of the promise, a skill that makes the listener feel anticipated and valued. The promise of something special can be as simple as a trip together, a candlelit dinner, or a surprise gift with deep meaning. It is these small but heartfelt gestures that make a difference in a relationship. In Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Darcy sets aside his pride and even helps Elizabeth Bennet's family without expecting recognition. Though he doesn't directly promise anything specific, his actions are a strong commitment, promising to protect and love Elizabeth with all he has. It is these gestures and unspoken promises that melted Elizabeth's heart, making her unable to resist Mr. Darcy's sincere love. The promise of something special also helps women feel unique in someone else's eyes. When a man tells a woman that he will bring her a special surprise, it is not just a commitment of action, but also a way to express that she deserves the best. In Russian literature, we can mention Anna Karenina by Lev Tolstoy. Although Anna's love with Vronsky is not always complete or smooth, Vronsky's promises to Anna of a happier, freer life are what make her feel chosen and loved beyond all societal limits and prejudices. In reality, a promise doesn't need to be grand or materialistic. Sometimes it's simply a promise to go through difficult times together or to face the challenges of life hand in hand. It is these simple but profound promises that hold the most magic. A promise of a better future not only brings trust, but also builds a foundation for a lasting relationship. Women cannot resist the promise of something special because it is proof of the sincere care and determination of the one who makes the promise. This not only makes them feel respected, but also ignites their anticipation and excitement for wonderful things to come. A heartfelt promise can be like stars shimmering in the dark night, bringing light and hope for the days ahead. Women's psychology is complex, but can be easily swayed by genuine emotions and meaningful promises. To them, the promise of something special is not just something they look forward to, but also a source of inspiration and motivation, encouraging them to keep believing in love and the beauty of life. That's why a promise, whether small or large, has the power to make women feel loved, special, and irresistible. Fourth, you are important to me. Women, like anyone else, experience complex emotions when they receive a message of appreciation and importance. One of the most powerful messages that can make a woman unable to resist is the statement, "You are important to me." It's not just a sentimental line or a casual compliment. It's an acknowledgement of her value, expressing sincerity and the belief that her presence has deep meaning in your life. From a Stoic perspective, much of our peace and self-esteem come from the feeling of being valued by others. Women, with their sensitive hearts and open souls, often want to see their value reflected through close relationships. When they receive the message that they are important, it's not just a minor encouragement, but an affirmation of their inherent value in the eyes of others. Stoicism always emphasizes that self-retrieval and self-worth should come from within, but sometimes affirmation from others plays a significant role in strengthening one's belief in their own value. From the perspective of Stoicism, when women receive the message that they are important, it can encourage them to think more deeply about their roles and influence on others. Stoicism does not seek validation from the outside world, but it recognizes that such validation can be a powerful motivation for self-improvement and growth. For women, this statement brings reassurance that all their efforts, sacrifices, and contributions are not in vain. It provides a sense of connection and meaning, a deep companionship that women often long for in relationships. When women are reminded that they are important, they naturally feel a stronger bond with their partner. From the Stoic perspective, this helps women balance protecting their inner freedom with nurturing emotions for those close to them. Although Stoicism teaches us not to depend too much on the recognition of others, it acknowledges the value of love, kindness, and support from those around us in enhancing each person's spiritual life. The message, "You are important to me," also has the power to help women better understand their responsibilities and position within the relationship. From the Stoic perspective, this is not merely ego satisfaction, but an awakening to their positive contributions to others' lives. It is a reminder that they are not only inherently valuable, but also capable of making a positive impact on their community, family, or loved ones. The inner freedom that Stoicism reminds us of is not about isolation, but about the ability to live powerfully and firmly within surrounding relationships. For women, knowing they have significance in someone else's eyes also brings inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that peace doesn't come from the outside world, but from how we see ourselves and our role in the world. When women realize they are important to someone, it helps them create mental value for themselves, helping them grow and become more confident in life. Stoicism does not deny the value of others' words, but uses them as a tool to help us discover and improve ourselves from within. This message also represents recognition in a sincere and selfless way. Women often have keen intuition and can sense sincerity in others' words. When the message is conveyed honestly, not just as a fleeting statement, but as the result of genuine actions and care, it creates a deep impact in a woman's heart. They do not feel free to love and give sincerely. Fifth, place trust through real actions. To win the trust of a woman, especially one who has been through past pain and challenges, trust cannot stop at mere words. Women often have sensitivity and an excellent ability to discern sincerity behind actions. To make them feel secure, you must learn to prove yourself through concrete, real deeds. This is where Stoic philosophy and practical values play an important role in building a sustainable and trustworthy relationship. For a man, there is no better way to earn a woman's trust than by proving himself through actions rather than empty promises. A promise about the future can easily be forgotten, but concrete actions now will remain in her heart. Women, with their sensitive hearts and strong intuition, can see through flowery words and will feel safer with what they see and feel through real actions. For example, if you promise to be there for her during tough times, the important thing is not how many times you say it, but whether you actually show up whenever she needs you. When she feels tired and needs help, the act of putting aside your busyness to be present, to listen, and to understand is the strongest affirmation of your commitment. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the value of calmness, patience, and responsibility in each action, and this is the key to making women feel secure. A man who understands the importance of proving himself through actions will always know how to prioritize wisely. This doesn't mean he gives up on himself to please others, but rather that he balances his time and energy to focus on what truly matters to the woman he cares for. A small action, like taking time to see her after a long day at work or helping her with an issue she's facing, can make a woman feel genuinely protected and cared for. A Stoic man won't make empty, grand promises. Instead, he quietly and patiently proves himself through actions. He may not promise a luxurious life, but he strives to create a stable, secure, and responsible life. For women, there is nothing more valuable than a man who can fulfill his words and provide a sense of security. One of the best ways to demonstrate reliability is consistency in action. If he says he will do something, he will do it, no matter how difficult. Women pay attention not only to his successes, but also to how he faces failures and challenges. A man who can get back up after setbacks, who isn't afraid of difficulties, and who always tries his best, will always win the admiration and trust of the woman by his side. Another important point is that a man must know how to respect a woman's emotions and thoughts. This respect doesn't come from words, but from everyday actions. Listening, asking questions, caring about her feelings, and sharing moments of joy and sorrow. When a woman feels respected and valued, the trust in the relationship grows stronger, and these are the foundations of a truly meaningful and lasting relationship. Sixth, I am here to support you anytime. There is an undeniable truth. The feeling of safety and protection is the foundation of happiness and peace. A message like, I am here to support you anytime, may seem simple, but it has an unexpectedly powerful impact. Women often have to juggle busy days filled with work responsibilities, family, and societal expectations. Therefore, when a man is willing to be there to support her, it's not merely about physical help. It also brings a sense of mental ease and comfort. The Stoic perspective teaches us that the value of support is not in grand promises, but in the silent, steady, and unwavering presence. In a relationship, women want to know that when things get chaotic, there will be someone there to help them stand strong. A man saying, I am here to support you anytime, must show it through practical actions that deeply touch a woman's heart. It's about small yet consistent actions, being willing to listen without judgment, helping with household chores when she feels overwhelmed, or simply sitting beside her to listen when she needs someone to talk to. These actions embody the Stoic philosophy, showing patience, resilience in times of storm, and always being present with a gentle spirit. Let me give you an example. Imagine a woman facing work pressures. Perhaps a critical project is approaching, issues with colleagues, or simply prolonged exhaustion. When her man shows up, he doesn't rush in with a slew of advice. Instead, he just sits beside her and asks, "What can I do to help you?" Something as seemingly small as cooking dinner or making a warm cup of tea can have a tremendous impact. It not only reduces physical pressure, but also lightens the heart, showing the woman that she is not alone in this journey. From a Stoic perspective, a Stoic man doesn't try to solve every problem a woman faces because he understands that we cannot always control everything. Instead, he remains steadfastly present and supportive without asking anything in return. When a woman feels that there is a man who is always there, not to interfere, not to prove anything, but just to support in whatever way he can, she will feel a deep, trustworthy sense of safety. Another example is when a woman feels emotionally exhausted, perhaps due to family stress or the daily ups and downs of life. A man who genuinely wants to be there to support her doesn't need to start a long conversation or try to change her emotions. Instead, he might take a simple action like holding her close, letting her cry, or even just walking with her. But how we are present, that brings the most profound value. For women, support isn't about solving all of their problems. It's about knowing that there's a shoulder to lean on when things get too tough. A truly stoic man understands that support doesn't come from flowery words or big promises. It comes from small, consistent deeds. He doesn't try to change the woman's circumstances, but he can change how she feels about those circumstances. The support is a commitment that says, "You're not alone in this. I'm here to help you get through it." Men with a stoic spirit focus on controlling themselves, maintaining calm, and always being ready to help without seeking recognition. They know that women will feel stronger when there is an unwavering partner, a person who is there when needed, without adding pressure, without trying to control or solve everything. This is support from both the heart and mind, providing a peace that women cannot easily resist or forget. Seventh, understand the challenges you are facing. Understanding the challenges that a woman is facing is not just about listening. It requires deep, sincere empathy from the man. It's not about changing the world to fit someone else's needs. It's about creating empathy by accepting and understanding what's happening, even if it brings discomfort or challenges to oneself. Women tend to seek empathy more than solutions. They need to know that their emotions are understood and that they are not alone in their moments of vulnerability. A man who truly conquers a woman's heart is not the one who's skilled at providing solutions, but the one who is willing to sit down, look her in the eyes, and say, "I understand, and I am here with you." For women, feeling understood and shared gives a sense of security and, more importantly, a deep connection in the relationship. When a woman faces difficulties, whether it's work stress, family worries, or simply a bad day, she looks for a man who can offer her a space to open up. In these situations, something as simple as putting down the phone and listening attentively can mean a lot. For example, when your woman complains about work pressure, you don't need to try to solve everything for her. Instead, you can say, "I know you're feeling stressed. I'm so proud of you for trying your best and facing all of this." These words not only show understanding, but also make her feel cherished, accepted, and not judged. When women receive such messages, they often feel more relaxed and comfortable. They feel shared, as if the burdens they're carrying are not as heavy because someone is there who understands their heart. This is a crucial point that many men often overlook. They tend to rush in with solutions, with the good intention of lightening the woman's burden, but it can sometimes make her feel like her concerns aren't being properly valued, that she herself needs to be fixed instead of understood. The calmness and acceptance of reality are what a man needs to cultivate to truly understand a woman. Imagine one evening when a woman comes home tired and not in the mood to talk. A stoic man will not feel confused or try to immediately change the situation. Instead, he accepts her emotional state and provides her a safe space to freely express herself. He might say, "I see you're very tired today. I'm here if you want to talk or if you need anything." It's the willingness to be present without imposing or judging, allowing the woman to feel that she has the right to feel weak and to lean on her man when needed. Another example is when a woman faces family conflicts or worries about her children. Instead of saying, "You need to do this or that to solve it," a man can sit beside her, take her hand, and say, "I know this is not easy. You're so strong to be facing all of this." This simple encouragement helps reduce the natural pressure women feel when they think they must always be the one to bear everything. When a man understands and empathizes, he helps alleviate the heavy sense of responsibility on her shoulders, making her feel that she's not alone and is loved unconditionally. From a Stoic perspective, a man understands that he cannot control a woman's emotions, but he can control how he responds to them. Full presence, non-judgmental listening, and sincere empathy will create an invisible strength that helps the woman overcome all challenges. Understanding is not about changing reality, but about facing it together, accepting it, and making the journey easier by being there for each other. When a woman feels that kind of understanding, she not only feels loved, but also feels deeply connected to the man, an irreplaceable feeling that nothing else can match.